But both Rory and the real estate broker had said that the property would be more valuable if it remained a working farm with a demonstrable stream of income. "Why can't we just buy some mulch instead of stealing it?" Mabel asked. "It's not stealing." Rory grabbed another bag. "It's composting. Plus, we're saving the town from having to pick it up and transport it to the landfill. It's win-win for everyone." Mabel's phone pinged in her pocket, and she took it out to check who had texted her. It was from her boss, Phil Reed. She put the phone away without responding. It wouldn't be fair to make Rory do all the work. Mabel grabbed another bag. "Who texts you at midnight?" Rory asked. "Is something wrong?" "No, it's just my boss." "I thought you were on hiatus until you sell the farm." "I am, but he likes to check in on me from time to time. He's hoping I'll find a buyer quickly and come back to work soon before the year-end rush." "I'm not," Rory said, tossing her bag into the pickup. "I'm hoping you change your mind and decide to stay here in West Slocum and continue what Peggy started." "I won't let Aunt Peggy's legacy be destroyed." "I don't have to live here to do that, though. I've told the broker that I'll only sell to another farmer. Stinkin Stuff Farm will continue." "It's not just the farm's future that I'm concerned about." Rory turned to lean against the black truck's tailgate. "I'll miss you when you leave." "Me too." Just a few months earlier, Mabel wouldn't have believed she'd feel any regrets about leaving West Slocum. She hadn't wanted to personally oversee her aunt's estate and would have delegated it to an agent if she could have. But Jeff Wright, her friend and lawyer, had insisted she had to do it herself. She'd expected to get in and out in just a few days without any personal entanglement, but Rory and the owner of the goat farm next door, Emily Coulter, had quickly dragged Mabel into their circle of friendship. Initially, the two women may have only been honoring her aunt's memory, and Mabel had only considered them her aunt's friends, not her own. Over the last 3 months, though, Mabel thought they'd all come to like each other for who they were, not just for their respective connections with Peggy Skinner. A rusty old beige pickup screeched to a halt behind Mabel's truck on the otherwise deserted street. A bearded man jumped out, leaving the engine running. He wore overalls that were both too short and far too wide for his tall, thin frame, and an equally baggy brown barn coat not unlike the one Mabel was wearing. She'd had to take hers from her aunt's closet, since she hadn't brought any warm-weather clothes with her when she'd come to West Slocum in July. "Hey!" the man shouted from behind the open driver's side door. "You're stealing my stuff!" That was exactly what Mabel had been afraid of. That one of the homeowners would accuse her and Rory of wrongdoing. She knew she should do something to mollify the man, but she had never been any good at dealing with emotional people, or even logical people who disagreed with her, actually, but it was worse when they were angry. Mabel looked at Rory, who was much better with people. After all, she'd convinced the outdoors-averse and morning-averse Mabel to be a farmer, even if only temporarily. She still didn't quite know how it had happened. Rory was that good. Better to leave this situation to her. Mabel wouldn't be doing her friend any favors by trying to talk to the guy and only making him angrier. "Relax," Rory whispered. "I'll take care of this. Graham Winthrop doesn't have any more right to the mulch than you do. He lives about the same distance from here and has no direct connection to anyone in this subdivision." "But if it matters so much to him," Mabel trailed off. "It matters to you, too," Rory said firmly. "Besides, Graham's got only a tiny parcel of land that doesn't need all this mulch. He grows some rhubarb for the CSA in his backyard, but mostly he's interested in breeding it. He's hoping to develop a new standard for commercial production." The man from the truck stomped over to the pile of yard waste bags and stood in front of it, his legs and arms spread wide, making him look like a live scarecrow in the ill-fitting clothes that Mabel could now see were also torn and frayed from heavy use, not done intentionally as a fashion statement. "Go away!"